Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about how I make memes using photomancy, not the rat running around. Yes, I usually make TikToks, but finding the right photos to use in game is really important to me and my memes. I'm obsessed with this rat. What is he doing? He's showing off. So I'm very excited for this to be my first ever extra credits video, and I'm going to begin by going over some photomancy basics. So first, you're going to press Z or Z, depending on where you're from, to pull up the camera. Usually by default, it'll be on the normal camera, so you might get a view that looks like this. In this camera view, you can move pretty freely. So I'm left clicking with my mouse right now just to move the camera around. And then if I press the arrow keys, I can move around a little more and change my angle as I'm doing so. The UI will go away when I'm left clicking, so you get a pretty clear view of your surroundings. This is a very good and fine way to take photos. I definitely use this a lot when taking pictures of the environment, but I usually also prefer the selfie. But you'll also notice there's a lot of buttons here at the top. On the left here, you can switch between the normal camera that we're in currently and the selfie camera view. With the three buttons in the middle, you can toggle the visibility of your pet, other players in the scene, or your own character. On the right, where it says take picture, is where you can actually take the picture. Okay, personally, I think that one's really good. Slightly below those buttons, you'll see a minus sign where it says timer and then a 0 and then a plus sign. So this allows you to take your photo after a certain amount of time, which you can make longer or shorter with these buttons. I personally don't use the timer a lot because I try to get very chaotic or candid moments, but it can be useful for some people if you choose to use that. I'm gonna try to wait for the rat to run in front. Perfect. After you've taken your picture, you can press Ctrl Z to open your spell book and check the other photos that you've taken. One of my favorite parts of photomancy is that you can add stickers or decals to your photos using this button. I also personally don't use this a lot, but I think it's really funny. And I spent forever, y'all, trying to figure out where I learned this from, because I know I didn't come up with it myself. But shout out to me and Mocha Latte on Twitter for this, because did y'all know that when you place the stickers, it plays the Wizard101 Commons theme? I'm literally obsessed. This is a really good picture. What have I done? On this screen too, you can also move the decals or stickers around. You can rotate them, make them bigger or smaller. You can save the photos in different ways. You can also move the UI out of the way so you can like place more stickers at the top there. Of course, there's an undo. I'm not gonna do that here. But yeah, there's a lot of silly moments and very great things you can make with this. Obviously saving that. And then after you've saved your photo, you just click the close button and you can go back to look at all your other photos. So to be able to find the photos on your computer to be able to use them in memes later, you'll click on this button that says open photo folder and it'll take you to where the file is on your computer. One more quick tip that I really enjoy that isn't technically photomancy is that pressing Ctrl G will clear the UI and the buttons on your screen. Then pressing F12 on your keyboard will take a screenshot. I just waited for the text to go away, but once you take the picture using F12, you'll click Ctrl G again and you'll see the text appear. I didn't want to show it because it shows a file path on my computer and I'm not trying to dox myself personally. But yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so naturally I'm in front of Melinda Wu, as one is. Melinda is a subject of a lot of my videos, and while there are a lot of beautiful pictures of her that I can find on Google, sometimes it's hard to get the exact angle or spacing or environment that I might need to have her in. Also, not a lot of clear, high quality photos exist of her online where she's doing some of this extra stuff like the idle animations or the little movements that she does. So I'm gonna press Z to go into photomancy. And while this would be a pretty good photo of her, what I'm already thinking is that I'm not close enough. So I'm gonna move a little bit closer just to get more of Melinda. I will say in game, you'll probably have to be closer to things than you think you need to when using photomancy. So just be aware of that. Okay, also what I love using is the scroll wheel to zoom in or zoom out. Helps you get a bigger perspective of your environment, which sometimes for memes can be super helpful. But this seems like it would be a pretty good image. I'm also using WASD left and right to maybe get a little bit of a different angle. I think straight on is pretty good. Something else that's super important that not everyone will have to think about is the fact that I am usually recording for short form content, which means it's gonna be 9:16, not 16:9, which means the view that people are gonna be expecting is vertical instead of horizontal. So that's just something to consider when framing your subject. So with that, I want to think about what can I see here and what's around her. She's just perfect in every shot. See, this is kind of still a good angle, but if I wanted like a side, almost top-down view of her, I would want a wider perspective just so I get like her whole character in the shot. Also, you usually need to be conscious of things like cropping or being able to zoom in, so giving yourself a little bit of flexibility is good. So I like to just be a little bit zoomed out just so I can get as much of the action and a lot of detail in the middle as possible. So there's a meme I want to recreate for this. I don't know if I'll show it in this video because I'm not sure when I'm going to post it relative to this video being posted, but what I need for this is a picture of Melinda for reasons that will make sense later. I will say also with photomancy, something to consider is that with zooming out and being able to move the camera angle around, there's a lot of potential opportunities for like funky angles like this. I'm not sure where I would use something like this quite yet, but I like the idea of it. Sometimes I like to see like how much can I break the game? Something like that this is a very popular location, a popular character. There probably already exists something online that I'm looking for. However, again, if I'm looking for maybe a specific angle or a less popular area or location or character, you're gonna have to know how to take these photos yourself. But yes, that has been me and Cheryl. I hope y'all learned something about photomancy today. Follow me on TikTok to see whatever I'm trying to make. We'll see how it goes. Tag me in your TikToks or any video or any post or meme that y'all make if you happen to use photomancy from this video. I'm really excited to see them. I want to see what y'all do. And yeah, peace out, Pookies.